Hey guys, Jared Duckett Ladd Dental CPAs and Advisors, back with Bill Ladd, my business partner, and just wanted to jump on here and shoot a quick video. I guess it was last week is when we kind of shot a video, Bill, on the HHS Provider Relief Fund, and then since then, I guess it was yesterday. There was more guidance that came out on this Provider Relief Fund that we thought would be shared, share here in a video. But real quick, one of the key ones is today. That's right, Bill. Yeah, today was supposed to be the deadline to basically apply for these funds, but they've extended that to August 3rd, right?
Yeah,
So,
so you bet. It started out where the rules kind of came out on 7/10, and they gave us 2 weeks window. By the time people started really considering it, about a week was already gone. So they have come in and taken a very tough deadline and extended out an extra week. So it does appear that as of right now, it's going to be available to apply through August 3rd. So certainly, for people who have not applied and are interested in applying, it gives them more time to really understand the program and what it might mean.
yeah, definitely. So as of now, July 24th, you've got a week, I guess, to apply for this, or a little over a week. So you got August 3rd as that deadline date. But really what we want to hit on a little bit too is, so once this was released and a lot of our clients and dentists started looking into it, they started to get a little, what's the word I'm looking for? I guess scared a little bit to maybe what some of the terms and conditions that they were basically signing off on as they were applying for these funds. And one of them, and you can hit on this a little, Bill, is that, some of the wording in the terms and conditions were that in effect, HHS was going to come in and kind of meddle in a way with how they were going to be able to do billing, on services. And really what the ADA, you can really tell they did a lot of lobbying here, and the HHS basically came out with an FAQ that specifically addressed the concerns. And I'll real quick, Bill, you might comment on that a bit. I'm going to share my screen and just go over this FAQ.
Yeah, yeah,
Specifically on those terms and conditions. And let me go through it real quick, Bill.
sure.
But really, and here's the exact FAQ. Again, we'll put a link to this. But some of the terms and conditions in there was basically, it read that I'm just going to read it here. It required recipients to attest that for all care for presumptive or actual case of COVID-19, the recipient will not seek to collect from the patient out-of-pocket expenses in an amount greater than what the patient would have otherwise been required to pay if the care had been provided by an in-network recipient. And so the question was, if I sign off on this, does this apply to all my billing, or how does this really affect me in general? And they came out specifically and said that this balanced billing, all right, the prohibition of this balanced billing applies to all care for a presumptive or actual case of COVID-19. And then it goes into a presumptive case is a case when their medical records documentation supports that diagnosis, even if they do not have a positive, diagnostic test result. And then here's the last one: dental providers who are not caring for patients with a presumptive or actual case of COVID-19 would not be subject to this provision. So after reading that, they directly, in my opinion, address that concern that dentists were having with, how is this going to affect my billing? Or, how are they going to change how I do that? So Bill, comment on that just a little bit on kind of, what that clarified to a degree.
I think the uncertainty that most people had was the presumptive. That's such a vague term anyway. What does that mean? And what we were hearing is people were interpreting that to say that pretty much any person that comes through your door could be a presumptive case of COVID-19. So people were really concerned that it could change their billing structure and really cause problems. So, ADA did lobby to get this clarification. And now they did basically say that it's your medical record documentation supports a COVID-19 diagnosis. So I think they've even come out to say they feel that just based upon raw numbers, that's probably going to be a pretty rare situation. You would hope that most COVID-19 patients, especially if they're symptomatic, are not even considering going out anywhere, especially to a dental office. So they did clarify they think it's going to really minimize who that could potentially relate to. So again, it's one of those things, Jared, where much needed clarification to give people the ability to now truly assess the program. Because keep in mind, there are things that are going to have to come out in this. You know, it is going to be publicly disclosed that you got it. They are going to be coming forth with more rules probably in August. Later in August, I believe, is when they're talking about. So, you know, we certainly understand that everybody suffered for COVID, but you know, this is something, if you're interested, just take the time now. We got a little bit of time, take the time, understand the program, and look at the FAQs and see if it's something you're interested in. And if so, you have a little bit of time to apply and see if you can't get approved.
Yep, that's perfect. You hit on a couple key things. So first off, make sure you're eligible. We kind of went over that in the last video we did, but go to the website, make sure you are eligible. And then, yeah, there are going to be additional reporting requirements that are going to come out in regards to these relief funds. And also it's going to be public information that you've taken the relief funds. So weigh all those options. And then I believe, Bill, it's kind of first come, first serve is what I hear maybe.
That's what we'd heard.
Yeah. So anyway, good guidance there, good clarification on a lot of the uneasiness, if you will, that dentists were having on those terms and conditions. But anyways, again, we'll put the links to all these FAQs. There's a lot of them. Again, check them out. If this relief fund is for you, go get it. Make sure you're comfortable with everything in there. And if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to us. And we'll be back with some future videos as stuff comes out, guys. We like doing this, so we'll be in front of you as quick as we can. So, Bill, I appreciate you. We will see you guys next week. Take care.
Take care.